Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video, and today I have gotten my first Monster High Haunt Couture doll, so I'm so excited to finally take a look in person what they're all about. So let's get started. And before we start, I'm Chaymie and I like to make toy videos here on my channel, so make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell if you would like to stay tuned for more toy video content. So as you can see, I got Frankie here today and actually Claudine as well because they were delivered together. So as of right now, I am still waiting on Draculaura. And first of all, I just have to say how amazing the packaging design is. Like, you can tell a lot of thought went into designing the packages because it's unique to each character. Aside from the color, you have all these different icons all over the place that's specific to each character. It just feels fancy, deluxe, posh, luxe. It's really amazing. And I also really love the nameplate plaque in the middle that is made with like a faux leather pleather type material, and you can even feel the texture on it. The box is mostly matte with the icons being glossed over in some sort of embossed fashion, and also the colored lines are metallic foil so they shimmer under the light. The colored foil lines don't go onto the back, but the icons are still glossed. And if anyone's interested, they are made in Indonesia. Alright, now time to take her out. So on the inner side of the box, there's a little pocket where it holds their diary. And it also comes with the certificate of authenticity with a quote from the character themselves. The doll themselves are posed really nicely so that even non-deboxing collectors can still enjoy them and display them. The plastic cover comes off easily, so non-deboxers again can feel the fabric and the textures of the doll. So here's a quick look at the certificate of authenticity. So on one side, you get a quote from Frankie herself written in first-person perspective. That's pretty cool. And on the back, you got the signature of the designer, Rebecca Shipman. Here is their diary. So it has a leather kind of pattern printed on it. And it's really thick. I thought it was going to be just a few pages, but there are actually a lot of diary entries in there. So I can't wait to read them all. Okay, here's one final look at Frankie in her box before we unearth her forever. And now it's time to take her out for reals. So since I'm gonna be displaying her in the box even after I take her out, I'm gonna be very careful so that I maintain the integrity of the box. And the stand can be easily removed by undoing the bottom part of the box and just sliding it out and packing it right up. Okay, so the first thing I tested out is to see if the base of the stand can fit into the base of the box, and it's a perfect fit. So if you're concerned about displaying them in the box after deboxing, no worries, you can. And while we're at it, here's a close look at the base of the stand. So it's the original sculpt with the original designs just painted in chrome. So putting the doll on the stand was a little bit difficult because, again, like always, the waist clasps were really tight. I think the waist clasps were designed around their sculpt of their, unclothed body. So when there's fabric on top of it, it makes it really difficult. And my waist clasps already looks like it wants to crack at any time. Now here is Frankie all out of the box, and let's take a 360 look of her. Her hair is not looking so great, but it's nothing a boil wash can't fix. But for $80, we shouldn't have to. Now let's get into the details and we'll work our way from the top to the bottom. So for her face sculpt, I can't really tell if it's original sculpt or the reboot sculpt, or the reboot still use original sculpt. I mean, sorry, my Monster High knowledge is not as good as my Ever After High knowledge, so let me know in the comments below which sculpt she actually uses. But I'm guessing this is original sculpt since they're also using the original bodies. So for her face paint, I actually think they did a pretty decent job of emulating that unique one-of-a-kind hand-painted promo doll. It's not exactly like that, or it's not as good as that obviously, but it does a nice job emulating it in mass production form. For example, I really like the gloss that they added to the eyes. That was kind of new because none of the Monster High dolls I ever had that feature. I love the super glossiness of the lips, the soft blush, the feathering effect in her eyelashes. She got her rooted eyelashes as well on top of that, and the only thing that I don't quite enjoy is the super blocky, thick eyebrows. They still recreated the individual strands in the brows, but in my opinion, it doesn't quite work as much as it did on the promotional doll. To me, it just comes off as a big block of paint. And for her hair, originally I thought it was a ponytail in the back, but it's actually not. The hairstyle is very reminiscent of her original style, but the pullback part is now in a little bump to zhuzh it up, right? Instead of her usual flat pullback look. And it has a little spiked little beret. Oh wait, that's not a beret. It's a hair clip, hair tie, I suppose, that's tying it on the top, and the rest of the hair is just flowing down. For the hair quality, it feels nice. It's the usual Frankie hair kind of quality. I think it's a shiny type of nylon, I believe, that Frankie dolls all have them. But I think this type of hair is actually really easy to make it super straight when you boil wash it. So I just don't understand why they did it in the factory to begin with to match the promo look. It looks like it was just rooted out of a loom and then they packaged it without any other additional styling. For her jewelry, she has her signature dangly skelet earrings, but the catch here is that it's actually not skelet because this skull on her earrings doesn't have the bow that skelet does. But it does have a little nice lightning bolt as the stud. And the cool thing is that skelet was always just one-sided, the back was hollowed, but this one actually completes the mold, so it's a rounded skull. And I wish this earring would have been an actual dangly earring. That would have been super amazing. Her earrings do come with a little plastic protector to stop it from staining the doll's ears, but mine were still stained either way, even right out of the box. And she also has two hair clips, one that says high voltage and the other one is a little lightning bolt. And then we have her little cute backpack. So it has a printed design. The bottom part is made out of faux leather, and the zipper is not actually a zipper. It does have like a little zipper clip hanging below to complete the illusion, but the actual zipping part is just little sparkly stuff happening over there, and it does open because it's attached with Velcro, so that's good. Now let's move on to her outfit. So her top is composed of 3 different parts: the sculpted piece, the sheer material, and I also believe a little shirt or a blouse underneath. The sheer material is really cute. It has puffy sleeves with printed foil patterns of skulls and lightning bolts. So for the sculpted part, it describes this thing as a hardware vest in the certificate of authenticity, so we're gonna stick with that. It's crisscrossed and it has some studded details sculpted in there and also some painted buckle details. Then we have her belt, which has some stud details again, a lightning bolt and buckle details all painted with blue on top of a solid black. Now we move on to her skirt. So I actually really like her skirt. I love how they played around with the patterns and have the faux leather piece in the middle to kind of break off the pattern but introduce the flat patterns again underneath. That's really cool. And she got some zipper details as well. It's the same as the bag. There's a little zipper clip hanging on, but the actual zipping part is just some fabric. And topping everything off underneath are some fishnet tulle that is keeping the dress poofed out. Now we got her shoes. So her shoes are the same material as her hardware vest. They crisscross and laces up on her legs. And the very interactive light switch heel is super cool. And I think Mr. Frankenstein didn't make my Frankie really well because her knee is loose. So quality control please, Mr. Frankenstein. Now I'm gonna take off the individual pieces of her top so that we can get a better look at each layer. And now we got this really cute, sparkly and shimmery sleeveless top, and it actually has the collar attached onto this piece. I thought the collar was attached to the fluffy piece. And she also has a little clear plastic protective cover underneath her clothing, but it looks really cool, so I'm gonna keep it. It reminds me of Lady Gaga's latex looks from the Fame Monster era. Here you can also see a better look at her screws on her neck, and unlike the usual dolls, these ones are metallic and chrome. And to be quite honest, I wish they would have used the same metallic approach on her hardware vest and her shoes as well. Oh, and I almost forgot, here is her bracelet. So it's a black spiked bracelet with the little skelet as a little dangle charm, I suppose. But careful because the charm likes to come off quite often. And before we wrap up, here is a nostalgic comparison between the OG Frankie and our newest Frankie. So my OG Frankie is actually a 2012 re-release, I think. So it does feature the more bigger, rounder eyes. And the biggest contrasting difference is that you can see that the newer dolls have taken a much more vibrant, colorful approach compared to the kind of muted and darker color palette of the original dolls in terms of makeup and outfit. And of course, my doll is old, so maybe that kind of contributed to the more muted colors as well. One thing I wish they retained from the original outfit is the tie, because I remember when I was younger, when I first got her, I really loved the tie for some reason. Overall, I think the design on the Haunt Couture doll is really nice, it's refreshing, but again, to me personally, nothing can beat the design of the originals. So for my overall thoughts, I think the Haunt Couture Frankie doll is a really solid doll, and it was such a nice way to come back to Monster High. There are so many good things about this doll. You know, the packaging is superb, the design is freshly thought of based on the original designs, and I'm just really glad to have her. But that's not to say that there are a few disappointing things as well. I have nothing negative to say about the design approach, but in terms of execution, there are really some areas that they could have really pushed even further. I mean, especially with the price point of nearly $100. Number 1, their hair could have been so much better, not in this entangled form. They could have utilized some actual chains on her design, especially on the earrings or something on the belt. The hardware vest and the shoes, especially the silver parts, could have been chrome to really push the design, because right now it's just a dull silver plastic that we also get on Playline dolls. And a new updated waist clasp for the stand would have been better, because as I am making this voiceover months after I did the initial filming, the waist clasp has cracked. And in that time period, I only removed her for about 4 or 5 times, and that was it, it cracked. So to sum it up, am I happy with this product and the money that I paid? Absolutely, yes, because like I said in my initial reaction of video, like, we're not just paying for the actual product. This is a huge brand that is well loved by so many collectors, and this is a huge deal of their big comeback. So from a marketing advertising standpoint, in the business standpoint, I suppose, we're not just paying for the product, we're paying for the brand itself, you know, the name, that essence. You know how like designer products or big brand names have overpriced items that are priced more than what they're actually worth because of that feeling. You know, it gives you that rush, the adrenaline, the joy of owning something you love, especially for Monster High after being away for so long. So in that kind of sense, yes, I'm happy, I suppose. From a purely product standpoint, I think they could have pushed a little bit more in terms of execution to really make their price point worth it. But that is it. That was my review on the Frankie Stein Haunt Couture doll, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it. You can also check me out on Instagram at Chaymie Creates for my toy photography, because I have a voltageous photo shoot planned for Frankie, so check me out over there on Instagram if you want to see the photos. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like always, do you have her? I saw that a lot of people only just started getting her now, and I had her since April, and I was just going through some stuff, so I didn't want to make videos back then. But let me know, have you gotten your Frankie, or what are your thoughts on her? Like always, if you enjoyed the video, please thumbs up, like, and subscribe. It'll really help out my channel. Once again, thank you so much, and I'll see you all soon in my next video where we'll take a look at Claudine. Bye bye for now!